Yes. For all of you that got emails and you thought, well, it doesn't pertain to me, I don't have to answer it, I don't have to care about it. Again, it's not your life, so you don't fucking care, Mr. Blake. But it is my life. And since it's my life, if you're feeling some discomfort in getting a fucking email, you will realize the importance of exactly what's going on. Now, in the judgment of Solomon, the easiest way to find out exactly whose baby is it is to kill the baby. Poe. See, Jack Range doesn't represent me. The easiest way to make sure that we know the actual mindset of those involved is to continue to just hammer the shit out of them until they reveal exactly what they think. Now, I told Jack I wanted to reschedule for the 18th. I didn't get a phone call. Jack called me, yes, and he made it for 2 p.m. Yeah. Now, we didn't look at the bus schedule. We can probably do that in just a second. Okay. But let's look at the criminal complaint, shan't we? Yes. I just email you a drive with approximately 20 emails that all have about 100 email addresses in them, 2,000 email addresses. Every individual that received an email from me is personally liable. Pooch. Any person that has knowledge of a crime can be sued for refusing to admit the evidence that they do know that the accused was not at that scene. Now, since I was in Port Angeles and it's very easy to see that that email has nothing lewd or lascivious in it, yes, there's a very good probability that those that don't really consider their own lives that important, yes, because they don't think that my life is important, Pooch, don't really understand how splitting the baby works. Now, this is the original criminal complaint. Yes, there is nothing harassing, lewd, lascivious, indecent, or obscene in the words or images. Yes, in that email that was sent to approximately 2,000 email addresses and 600 to 800 different email addresses. Now, on or about June 16th, I did email from Port Angeles, Washington, most of them from the Senior Center. Yes. And you decided to say that I was crazy. Well, that the defendant in Jefferson County on or about June 16th with the knowledge, yes, wasn't in Jefferson County. Was sending emails from the Senior Center. Yes. You have the actual screen print of the day and time. Yeah. What evidence right now? It's going to be your baby that dies. Do you understand? You're going to lose your lives for the crime that you're committing. Now, in your minds, you have to win. You have to make me go to court. Right. We have to continue to accuse myself of the crimes of cyber stalking and violating a no contact order. Yes. And we have to do this because somebody has some money on this right now. But it's similar to finding out your own baby died. Oh, you decide to take from one of the other concubines, right, a baby, and then say, well, it's my baby, and the dead baby's yours. Now, no signature of the protected person. Possible real signature? Yes. Forgery. Fraud? Yes. No signature of the petitioner. Okay. I did establish again in the same email. Here's a link to the emails that stated I wanted the police to tell me about what the two criminal complaints were about. Yes, they didn't. They sent it to Mike Van Proyn's address. Documentation, that I was not in Sequim, Washington, but they won't enforce my rights, yes, to, well, sue them for the false arrest and the false imprisonment, among other things. Yeah. Now, I want my rights today, and this seems to be a big problem for those in law enforcement. Your your baby's dead. Now it's going to take the wisdom of Solomon to figure this out. I can send you 4,000 emails, right? You can see the petitioner did not sign the protection order. Yeah. My right to due process was not enforced. There are forgeries. I want the laws enforced, and I want to speak to Marilyn and my sons. Now, today, Sheriff Bill Benedict, I want you to enforce the rights of myself and my family. Now, I gave you some screen prints, okay, just like I always do. Yeah. No signature of the petitioner. Yes. Forgery. Oh, no signature of protected person. Probably the real signature. Yes. And there's the fraud of using forgeries. Can you see the difference between the two? Yes. You cannot have forgeries on court orders. That's fraud. You have to remove your fraud from the judicial system. Okay? You can do it right now. Now, I want all the fraud removed. I want the fraudulent protection orders removed. Yes. I want the fraud of forgeries removed. I want Heidi Lee Budner's forgery removed. Yes. I want every fucking court document removed. Now, I'm going to want custody of my sons, and I want that enforced today. Yeah. These 5 sons are in the wrong school, and they're in the wrong grade, and they should be residing with myself. You do understand, okay? I emailed this last night, how criminal it is to enforce falsified court orders because of fraud, forgery, misrepresentation, make up crimes where you have the evidence that the accused did not commit the crime, don't you? Another question, okay? But it's an exclamation point. You have made up crimes where I was in Sequim, Washington when I wasn't. You made up crimes that I was in Brennan, Washington when I wasn't. Yes. You have made up so much fucking bullshit crime. Now, my sons have been in the wrong grades for the last 7 years and 6 months because of the fraud of Clallam County. Ouch. The fraud of Jefferson County. Yes. I want the vanity of you in law enforcement. Yes, the dead baby. Ouch. You're going to fucking find out the judgment's going to get very bad. And it's not going to be me. I can go to court tomorrow and the judge can order anything they want. I'm not going to jail. They can sit on the order. They can issue the order for me to be involuntarily admitted to a mental facility. But as soon as they do that, the judgment of the whole fucking nation's going to fall on you. Now, last time you broke the judicial system, I made sure to ask the public defender, are we going to a cell hearing the next time I go to court? Yes. He said yes. This time, you're going to get the judgment of the judicial system of the United States of America. I want your vanity removed. The vanity of the concubine whose child died and she stole the child that was still alive. Yes. Then she put her dead child with the woman that had the live child. I want your vein. Now, the judiciary in the school districts, okay, for every school district, you're going to get the judgment. Now, as I said, I'm not going to jail tomorrow. Yes. So you could just as well